and countrymen. 67 years ago, I came to bury Caesar. That ain't it. John, I better read this speech of mine. Friends, I said that. I stand here, not as a representative of our great sheriff trying to sway your intelligent minds, but as a firm believer in justice. My candidate is an honest gent. During his term of office, he's always handled things with a firm hand. Has always been reliable, and above all, steady. A little applause at this time wouldn't be out of order. Thank you. As I said before, lend me your ears. Oh, no, not those ears. I stand here as Hoppy's chief deputy and campaign manager. Our platform is built on a firm, solid foundation. Oh, shucks. Well, there it is, folks. Hopalong Cassidy for... Oh!
What are you doing in there?
Why did I have to get into politics? I was just making my campaign speech up there.
Well, you wanted to be my campaign manager, didn't you?
Oh, shucks, you don't need no campaign manager. We don't need no election. Ain't nobody gonna run again you.
No?
No.
Well, then maybe we'd better get somebody to run against me.
Huh. For instance, who?
You.
Me, Sheriff? Well, George. Me? Oh, no. No, Hoppy, not me, because, well, you... See, I busted my thumb up there. I'm kind of handicapped.
You wouldn't be afraid of the job, would you?
Afraid? Why, I ain't scared of any man on the wrong side of the law, dead or alive. Especially dead.
How about you, Jimmy?
No thanks, Hoppy. If I was sheriff, all those tough hombres would come back into town again.
Well, there's one outlaw that isn't waiting for that to happen.
Who's that?
Remember the Hammond gang, those cattle rustlers that used to run the panhandle?
Yeah, and everything else down that way. Well, I put it... well, you put a stop to it.
Well, that rider is Tad Hammond,
Hammond?
the old leader of the gang.
Say, I thought you put him in jail for 20 years.
Well, maybe the warden couldn't count. Hey, you don't suppose he escaped or something, or...
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Hello, Hammond. I thought I'd put you away for good.
I was paroled.
So you come back to your old stomping grounds, huh?
Not because I want to. The warden told me to give you the good news. He elected the sheriff of this county my parole officer. Just my luck that you'd be still in office.
And I'm supposed to keep you out of trouble.
Out of trouble and out of jail.
Well, in that case, I'd advise you not to wear that gun.
Well, don't worry. My trigger finger doesn't itch anymore, except when I see you.
Hello, Tad.
Hello, Jerry.
What'd you do, break out?
No, I'm on parole. Sit down, I want to talk to you.
Sure. Oh, Tom, send over a couple drinks.
How's business?
Oh, it couldn't be worse. Look at the place. The old days are gone. Ever since Cassidy's been sheriff, everything is on the level, and you know what that means.
Sure, no profit.
He certainly made life miserable for me here.
Miserable for you. Well, think what he's done for me. He's taken 5 years off my life. I'm not even free now. Cassidy's my parole officer. I have to sit still and lick his boots.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Unless we elect another sheriff.
Fat chance of that.
Well, he's up for re-election, Eddie.
Yeah?
Well, why don't you run against him?
Oh, you're crazy. Cassidy's the most popular man in town. Nobody'd vote for me, except a few barflies.
What's become of all that gang that used to run with me? Where's Ike Simmons and his gang?
They're cooling their heels over in Indian territory. Cassidy drove them out, and they don't dare come back.
And the Garms brothers. They had 15 gun hands in their outfit.
Cassidy drove them across the state line, too. But what's the difference? You never got along with them anyway.
We have one thing in common. A hatred for Cassidy. I bet I could dig up 40 men out of the Indian territory. Men who would stick together and run him out of town.
Well, maybe you've got something there. But I can't win an election with 40 thieves.
If we can't win with ballots, we can win with bullets. Looks like we're all here. How many men have you got, Ike?
15.
I have 10. Garms brothers have 8. Yeah, and here comes Clanton with 7 more. That makes 40.
You didn't tell me Clanton was coming.
Now listen, don't dig up that old feud with Clanton again. All right, boys, I guess you know why I called you all here together. Our candidate is Jerry Doyle. I'll handle the campaign in town, and it's your job to keep the ranchers from voting for Cassidy. Spread a rumor the election's been postponed. Bribe the voters, scare them, use your guns if necessary.
I get it. We take the chances while you take it easy.
I'm still on parole, Clanton. I have to lay low till after election. Cassidy won't even let me pack a gun.
Then why should I take orders from an ex-convict?
I'd rather follow Hammond than a tin horn like you.
Come on, break it up. Break it up in here. Come on, now, break it up. You hear? Put up that gun. Well, it finally took a killing to prove my point. No wonder Cassidy ran you out of the panhandle. If we'd stick together and quit fighting among ourselves, no one could stop us.
We're with you, Hammond. You can count me in.
All right, but why take the trouble to win an election? It'd be easier to kill Cassidy outright.
Not while he's sheriff. But if we elect Jerry Doyle, we'll have protection. Jerry will never swear out a warrant for a man who kills Cassidy, will you, Jerry?
I'll say he won't, because we're all going to be deputy sheriff, aren't we?
Hey, got a message for you. The election's been postponed till after the fall roundup.
Yeah? Thank you, stranger, for saving us a long ride.
All right.
River's pretty high, old-timer. I don't think you'll be able to cross.
Yeah? What about the election?
Oh, never mind that. Cassidy won't need your vote.
Well, reckon maybe he won't. Come on, Martinelli, let's go on home.
Hi, fellas. Hi, boy. Have a nice day. Oh, where is everybody? Let's go and have a drink. Hoppy. I thought you'd forgot to vote.
Oh, your daughter wouldn't let me do that.
Here you are. You back again? You voted once already.
Oh, I'm just trying to be sociable.
No loafing around the polls or the election clerk.
Move along. You heard what Hoppy said.
Oh, you and your election rules. There's no doubt about how this one's going to turn out.
Don't be so sure of that.
Well, I'll bet Hoppy's in there voting against himself right now just to keep it from being unanimous.
Well, I hope he didn't. I don't like the look of things.
What's the matter, Judge?
Well, not a single voter from out of town has shown up all day.
Well, it looks like Jerry Doyle's friends didn't stay away.
Who are those men, Hoppy?
Oh, gamblers and gunmen. That's all that's left of the old gangs that used to roam the panhandle.
Aren't you going to lock them up?
I don't want anybody to say I won this election at the point of a gun.
Well, you ran them out of town once, Hoppy.
Yeah, and we'll do it again after the election.
You're going to let those fellas vote?
I can't stop them unless they're ex-convicts like Tad Hammond.
Well, can't you even stop them from beating up your campaign manager?
Why, you on I'll tear you apart limb from limb.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it's you,
What's the fuss?
Hoppy, I was just minding my own business when 30 of these coyotes leaped on me. I fought them off with my bare fists.
30 of them.
Well, all there is here.
Just a minute. Are you sure you haven't had a couple of nips?
Hoppy, I was just getting a bit. Who, me? No, Hoppy. Hoppy, I saw him bribing this voter, plying him with liquor. It's against the law to sell liquor in election day.
Didn't sell it. He was giving it away.
You tell him, partner. And as for you, you old dried-up sack of bones, I got a notion to take care of you right now.
Wait a minute. If you're in such a fighting mode, take off that coat.
All right.
Cooler that way, ain't it?
Why,
Here, Hoppy. Hey, vote for Jerry Doyle. Free liquor for everybody. Yippee!
Hey, Cassidy,
Yeah?
what are you trying to do? Kill off my votes?
I hope that won't be necessary. But if there's any more trouble, they'll all land in jail.
Yeah, and you with them. Let's run them in anyway. You're still sheriff, Hoppy.
Well, since you and your friends are so anxious to run off a fair election, I want to guarantee that my votes are counted.
Huh? I could count them in one finger.
That's Judge Reynolds' job.
Sure, and Judge Reynolds is your friend. I want one of my friends on a balloting committee.
Such as who?
Ike Simmons?
Ike Simmons. Well, I guess that's all right. I didn't know Ike could count above 10.
Not without taking his boots off, he can't.
Judge, my worthy opponent, Mr. Doyle, doesn't seem to trust you. He wants Ike Simmons to help you count the ballots. Sort of watcher, you know.
Ike Simmons.
Who's going to watch him?
Well, he's a good man for the job, California.
That's right. Takes a thief to catch a thief. Hey, Simmons?
I've had enough
Take
of
it easy.
Buck Peters and about 20 outfit are coming up the road. I just seen them.
Yeah, and they're all friends of Cassidy. Get ready, boys. They may be trouble.
Hey, you! You Buck Peters? Yes, your name is Doyle, isn't it? I got a message for you from Cassidy. The election's been called off. Since when did Hoppy start sending messages by a cheap gunman like you? We're coming through, Gar.
Let's rush them.
No, they'd mow us down. But if you fellas can hold them here, I'll cross the river downstream and ride into town for help.
Hello, Buck. Where are the other boys?
In a shooting scrape with the Garms brothers.
The Garms brothers?
Yeah, they blocked the Red River Ford. Tried to keep us from coming into town. When we started to cross the river, they started throwing lead.
It's a nice election campaign you're running.
I've got nothing to do with the Garms brothers.
And I suppose you were just an innocent bystander.
Remember, I'm still on parole. I'm not doing anything hasty.
Well, for a man that isn't doing anything hasty, you're traveling in pretty fast company. Be with you in a minute, Buck.
I'll go with you, Hoppy.
Oh, you stay here and guard the pool.
How about me, Hoppy?
You do what Jimmy tells you. You're the undersheriff.
Under-sheriff? Under Jimmy?
Come on, California. After the election, we've got to start in on that celebration dinner you've been planning.
Yeah, you know, Jimmy, I'm plumb worried. I was going to make a dessert, and I can't even remember what it was. What kind of pie is there besides apple, lemon, peach, strawberry, pumpkin, cherry?
Lemon, apple, pumpkin, squash, peach, and custard, oh, by gosh, prune and apricot and quince, cherry, coconut, and mince.
Mince, that's it.
If Cassidy connects us up with the Garms gang, we'll be in trouble.
By the time he gets back, you'll be sheriff.
I know, Tad.
I'll leave it to me. All right, Ike. Come on, boys, let's go.
Give me a Bella.
Just a minute, I smell something wrong.
That's just Clinton.
You can't vote here, Clanton.
Why not?
Cause your judge said so.
You've lost your civil right. I know because I sentenced you to prison myself.
I remember. Give me a ballot.
Come on, get out of here. Come on, you.
What do you pull me off for? Ah, to tore their hides off. Why, if I didn't have this bustard's thumb.
Here, boys. Remember what Cassidy said. No fighting around the polls.
I'm sorry this had to happen, kid. But I want this election run fair and square.
Fair and square? Is that what you call this six-man leaping
Come on,
the...
California. Let's get that dinner
Just
started.
a minute. Dinner? Sure. I'll settle with them later.
I'm sorry this had to happen, Judge.
Buck, you wait here till I get around behind them.
Right.
Let him hurt. All right, come on, get aboard. Hurry up.
Get on your feet. Drop your guns. Get to your horses.
Well, 5 captured and 3 shot.
Thanks a lot, Buck. Well, I better get these prisoners into town.
Come on, Hoppy, let's go in and clean out the whole bunch of them.
I'd like to, Buck, but I don't want to start a civil war on election day.
Well, we haven't voted for you yet.
You won't have time. The polls will be closed.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing, Hoppy. But in case you need any help, we'll be waiting for you, fella.
Thanks a lot, Buck. For everything. Come on, boys. Get going. So long. So long, boys.
So long, Hoppy.
Get in that cell.
Cassidy, I've got a new parole officer.
Yeah?
And the county's got a new sheriff. Go ahead, Judge. Give him the election returns.
Hoppy, you got 120 votes. And Doyle here got 133. And I can't figure out how it happened.
There was more votes than voters. That's what happened.
Yeah, they bribed the voters and stuffed the ballot box.
They're as crooked as a dog's hind leg.
That's a lie.
Wait a minute. You've had enough fighting for one day. Besides, the new sheriff's liable to throw you in jail. There's your badge, and there are your keys. Don't let them get rusty on you.
Suffering cats, Jimmy. He must be twins. The Hoppy I know would never let that crook take office.
Well, there's nothing else I can do, California.
Well, there's something we can do. We'll convince the governor the election was a fraud.
That shouldn't take long. He'll be back in office next week.
If he lives that long. Come on, Sonny, hand over that tin star. I'm going to be the new deputy sheriff.
This ought to make me look right respectable. Yeah. You better deputize the Garms boys, too.
Come on, Doyle, let us out of here.
Don't you think we ought to wait a little while?
Well, now, you're not going to double-cross the men who elected you to office, are you, Jerry?
Well, I see our new sheriff's going to rule with an iron hand.
Yeah, and a head to match.
It's just that he's more broad-minded than you are, Cassidy. Oh, by the way, from now on, Jerry Doyle's saloon will be the new sheriff's headquarters.
Hoppy, sometimes I just don't understand.
Me neither.
Well, what is it you don't understand?
Well, what'd you back down for? What are you going to do now?
First, I'm going to wash up. Second, I'm going to eat a nice, big, juicy steak. Then I'm going over and visit the sheriff's new headquarters.
You mean Doyle's?
Sure.
Just count me in on the first 2.
Understand now?
No.
Me neither.
Good. Come on.
says you're bluffing.
Raise you 100. Bullets. A pair. Lucky at politics, unlucky at cards, eh, Sheriff?
Will you tell your men to stop shooting up my saloon?
You're the sheriff. Why don't you arrest them for disturbing the peace?
Yeah, or make them deputies.
Now, this is going far enough. I can't front for you fellas so long as those hoodlums are in town.
Now, listen, Jerry, we put you in office for one purpose, to give us the protection of the law.
Yeah, and we ain't leaving town till Cassidy's 6 feet under.
And you're aiming to stay for quite a spell.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Now, boys, here's a pot worth gambling for.
What's up, Ted?
Cassidy once put a price on my head. Now I'm posting the reward. Here's $2,000 for the man that kills Cassidy. Whoever gets rid of Cassidy will be the biggest man in the West. Oh, I know he's quick in the draw, so are all of you.
Well, you don't seem so anxious to do the job.
I'll take my chance along the rest of you. We'll deal one hand of poker, no draw. And the winner gets the first shot at Cassidy.
Suits me.
All right.
Deal the card.
Hey, boys, gather around. It's gonna be the biggest poker game that's...
So long as this game concerns me, do you mind if I watch? Go right ahead. Don't let me spoil your fun. Rest of you get on the other side. Come on. I wouldn't touch that pot, Hammond. You placed your bet. Or are you getting absent-minded? Deal 'em.
Not me. I'll sit this one out.
You boys don't seem very interested in your cards. Turn them over.
King high. Pair of deuces.
Got a pair. Jacks.
I got nothing.
Pair of aces. Well, it's all yours, Sam. Or do you share your luck with your brother?
I ain't armed, Cassidy.
Simmons will loan you his. Get up. Stand up. No, Hammond, it looks like nobody wants to earn that price you put on my head.
Well, it was only a joke, wasn't it, boys?
Conspiracy to murder is no joke. Since you were a witness, arrest these men.
Arrest them? What? Well, too many of them.
Yeah, there are way too many of them. Well, since you won't do your duty, I'll give you 12 hours to get out of town.
And if we don't leave?
You'll leave, all right. Riding, walking, or feet first. Boys looking for me? Put your guns up. Now remember, you got 12 hours to get out of town. a very nice lunch, Catherine.
Thank you.
Sure was.
You know, Hoppy, I've rechecked those ballots 100 times. I still can't figure out how Doyle got so many votes.
Let's take another look at them. Will you excuse it?
Certainly.
Do you mind if I finish my coffee, Judge?
No, go ahead.
Sure. Still feel hungry. So on. I've been eating too much bread lately, anyhow.
What's the matter? Were you trying to eat that? That better?
Oh, much.
Well, let that be a lesson to you. You got the appetite of a horse and the jaws of a chicken.
Chicken? I could eat one right now, feathers and all.
Stuffs himself like my enemy stuffed the ballot boxes.
Yes, but how are you going to prove it?
I don't know. Were these all printed on the same press?
Absolutely. I saw the printing done myself.
Well, how does it happen this broken type only appears on Doyle's ballots?
Broken type?
Yeah, this E and the R.
Hoppy? That means that those ballots were printed by another press.
It also means they're counterfeit.
There's the evidence. Why don't you ride to the state capitol, see the governor?
I'm not leaving here until Hammond and that gang get out of town.
Hoppy, Hammond and his gang are saddling up at the livery stable, but there's 3 of them missing.
Well, maybe they've already left.
Look here, Hoppy, you can't go out on that street today.
They just want to see if I meant what I said.
You're not going alone.
Oh, these hombres are even too tough for me in my weakened condition.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this time you ain't get no barroom mirror to help you out.
All right, you can be the eyes in the back of my head.
Why did I have to open my big mouth?
What?
Nothing.
Let's go. California. Take this side of the street. Watch your step. You go down this side, Jimmy.
Get him up there. Nobody. So it's showing up there. They don't know that when I'm mad, I'm a combination of a Texas twister and an erupting Vesuvius. Get him up! I'll get you covered. Drop that gun! I got you! Oh, God. What a dummy I was to think what a dummy it is. Why do I do such foolish things? I'm more trouble than I'm worth. Let that be. Go. Gun goes with the outfit. Lie still. Get him up! Get him up! Get him up! Get him up! Everybody, every one of you.
Well, Cassidy, it looks like you've won again. This town ain't big enough for both of us, so we're hitting the trail.
You're short 3 men. Clanton and 2 others. Where are they?
Oh, Clanton. He has a message for you.
Yeah? What's the message?
He wants to deliver it to you personally.
Get back in there. One move and I'll blast you. I got a hankering to blast you anyhow.
Ride him down.
Let's get out of here.
They get you, Hoppy?
Yeah, but it isn't bad.
We'd better get over to the Reynolds house and get that fixed.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be all right in a few days. You always did want a vaccination, Marty.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything about wanting it with a 44.
No, but...
Ow!
Hurt?
A little.
Doggone it, I should have taken care of those coyotes myself.
Hoppy, what were you trying to do? Commit suicide walking into a trap like that?
Well, the new sheriff wouldn't do his duty, so
Well, then we've got to get another sheriff.
And we'll take care of it my way.
Sure.
I'm taking the next stage to the Capitol and show those counterfeit ballots to the governor. Then we'll have some law and order around here.
Suit yourself, but I think you should have a bodyguard with you. Don't you, Jimmy?
I sure do, Hoppy.
Hello, Ike. Hi, Joe.
Any sign of a posse?
No, no posse, no grub, no nothing. I'm through, Hammond. Me and my boys are heading back for Indian Territory.
So you're gonna let Cassidy bluff you out again, huh?
What do you mean, bluff? I saw what happened to Clanton and the Garms brothers, and that was no bluff.
Why, we could turn this country inside out with Jerry Doyle as sheriff.
Doyle. They'll ride him out of town on a rail.
Hey, Hammond, here comes the coach.
Do you want to take a crack at one more haul before leaving?
Suits me, but we split 50-50.
Fair enough. You take your man. I'll head him off. And run him into us. Come on, boys.
What's the matter? You mad about something?
No.
Well, you know it wasn't my idea to come along. As long as we have to make this trip together, you might as well be sociable.
Oh, it isn't that, Jimmy. I'm just worrying about how things are going in town. Whether or not the governor will help us.
Oh, I think you will.
I hope so.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. This is better than a ship of the gold. Come on, get out of here.
Yeah, if you can't get Cassidy, get his right-hand man. Come on, boy, let's string him up.
Now, wait a minute. They're worth more as hostages. Take her up to camp, boys. Come on. Hey, Pete, come in. Take this note into town, drop it on Cassidy's doorstep. Thanks, kid, for baiting a nice little trap. Tie him up.
There you are, son.
Thanks.
Yes, sirree. If it hadn't have been for me, Hoppy wouldn't be alive today. We was fighting a bunch of Indians, led by Lean and Mule, Sit and Bull. Well, the winged Hoppy had drug 'em behind a tree, shielding them with a wall of living flesh. That's me. All of a sudden, this hombre, leaning bull, comes a-flying at me with a bowie knife and a tomahawk. My ammunition's gone. There's nothing for me to do but stand there and take it. Jingo, he slings a knife, pinning my shirt to the tree. But quick as a flash, I pull it out, and I fling it.
What's the matter?
Somebody threw a knife and the old geezer fainted.
Fainted? Come on, get up here. What's the matter? He missed you.
Look at that, Hoppy.
What?
Oh, what is it, Hoppy?
Hammond's kidnapped Catherine and Jimmy.
Kidnapped them? Are they hurt?
I don't know.
Does he want a ransom?
Yeah.
Cassidy, if you want to see your two young friends alive, come to the Bighorn Buttes before sundown alone. It's your life or theirs. And it's signed Hammond.
Bighorn Buttes? That's Hammond's old hideout.
Yeah. Saddle my horse. I'm leaving right away.
Hoppy, there must be some other way.
No, there isn't, Judge. I shouldn't have let those kids go alone.
Let me round up the Bar 20 boys, Hoppy.
All right, but tell Buck not to do any shooting till I get to the hideout.
You mean you're going alone?
Not exactly. Sit down, Doyle. I got a note here I want you to read.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with it.
I didn't say you had anything to do with it. I want to know what you're going to do about it.
I can't do anything. Besides, Hammond says he wants to see you alone.
But I've got a better idea. You're going with me.
No. No, Cassidy.
Come on.
Come on, boys, saddle up. Get your horses and guns. Get over to the house, boys.
There's Hoppy now. Come on, we can't let him go up there alone.
You know what Hoppy said, Buck? We gotta stay undercover until the shooting starts.
Yeah.
Hammond, come here.
That's Cassidy, all right.
I thought you told him to come alone. Who's with him?
Looks like our friend Doyle. Never mind about him. You keep your eye on Cassidy. If he turns and makes a break for it, let him have it. There he goes. Let him have it.
Hoppy can't keep me out of this scrape any longer.
Me neither. Let's go.
We got him all right.
He lost his nerve. I never expected that. Cassidy lost his nerve.
Get out, that kid's loose.
He's out of shells. Rush him.
Where's Cassidy? Get your horses.
Well, Hoppy,
You two all right?
I thought you two
So
were...
did they.
Here they come, boys. Pan out.
California, Carlson, first sheriff. Doggone, it sure looks good up there.
Yeah, a lot of dignity, too.
Yeah, a lot of dignity. Hoppy, I've waited for this for 40 years.
Sure. You want to be sheriff now that Hoppy's cleaned out that den of the 40 thieves.
Why, you young nuthead, that's the trouble. Me, a man of action, and no chance to see action around here. Friends, Romans, and countrymen, if I'm elected a new sheriff...
The governor has granted our sheriff jurisdiction over Indian territory.
If I'm elected a new sheriff... Indian territory?
Sure. Every fugitive killer in the country hides out there. All you have to do is go in and drag them out.
Oh. Drag him out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! Hurt? No, but Hoppy,
I know. Why did we ever get into politics?